Hello and welcome back to EU4. We're in the middle of a war with Austria, Munich, Trier, Nuremberg, Meissen and Lorraine, where we have pieced out Pomerania and Netherlands so far. And I think Meissen is next on the list. To be honest. And yeah, let's just you know what? Let's just vassalize them. Oh, but we can't do that. Not yet, at least. Okay, that's fine. We can just keep them in the war and that's fine. He shouldn't win. If he wins, that is sort of bullshit. Because I'm more than double his troops. Oh, he's going to win. What is this bollocks? Well, he rolled better, so that is partially it. But yeah, that's bullshit. Bullshit, I say. Why those two are way over there? Oh, right, they lost. Right. But yeah, I still have more troops than he can handle, so it's fine. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for when I can do this 3 more years, okay. Why Norway isn't fighting this, I'm not sure, but whatever. It has to be... Where do I even have... Like... It needs to be the correct religion and it needs to be the an accepted culture group. Or rather, the culture needs to be accepted. This one. And all the provinces needs to be... And you need 30 development. It's quite specific about its requirements, which is fine. It's just a bit annoying when you actually need it. Same here. One of them is Polish, so Polish. So yeah, well, we can't do it. And many of the other stuff is not. Let's see. This one I haven't done, and that's because it's not development. Enough. There we go. That is enough. Now, what I'm going to do actually is to enact St. Michael icon, because it means we get 5 more discipline, which is going to help us quite a lot in this fight. this one we should do. Right, this province needs to be converted to something else, like Novgorodian or Muscovite or something. Well, yeah, we have like occupied a lot. It's just not enough. We need to bring this apart. Moskva. Oh, he has shock damage received minus 10%. That's good. How much do I have? Now, what I'm going to do is actually retreat. And then what we are going to do is actually try to, let's see, can I make you? No, I can't make you my vassal. Not yet. Lorraine, I haven't occupied anything, so I can't do anything to them. Just yet. Trier, yeah. Oh my god, of course he is there. Do I really need to walk around with double stacks all the time to be able to do anything? Apparently so. But regardless, we have 3 more years until we can I need to siege that. Okay. FU Austria. Yeah, I'm going to have to run around with double stacks everywhere to actually be able to siege. That's not good, but yeah, I'm going to have to. There's What I could do... No, I'm not going to do that. That's... Nope. Now, he has a lot of cannons in that stack. Oh right, Munich is actually part of the war. That's why... Okay. We still haven't... Okay, that's interesting. Going to have to go and take care of this and actually unsiege that stuff because, yeah. Okay, that was taken care of. That's good. And here comes the rebels, because why not? I almost wished that the only rebels that could spawn ever during a war is separatists, basically. As they would see, oh, now it's time to be able to become independent. Whereas these ones would want to try to take the power after the war, where the nation which they are trying to rebel against, in this case Austria, is weak but not currently at war. And that's basically the logic behind it, is that separatists would want to, despite the war, try to become independent, whereas something like peasants or particularists or nobles or something else would want to, during peacetime, shortly after the war ended, try to make use of the nation's weak state and current peace to begin a civil war. But whatever. See if we can increase the possibility of us winning this. It is Oh my god. Not... far off losing that fight. Let's see. Can we vassalize you now? Yes, we can. So let's do it. And with that, we have only 4 of you. And we can... I'm going to do a forced religion. And Messen is pissed. I'm not surprised. Nuremberg, Trier should want out. Let's push them out. Karbala. All right, it's down there. Right, let's remove you. And yeah. Yeah, and since we have a lot of aggressive expansion at this point, we are going to see some coalitions. And hopefully, they are not going to trigger. Though they might. I need to stop going double stacked at this point. You go back there and yeah, so what we should try to do is to keep our manpower as high as possible, because yeah, that's a factor. If your manpower is low, you will be seen as a weaker target. So yeah, that's something to be careful with. Exactly how low you allow it to go, as well as how big your actual army is and your potential army, aka your force limit. So there's a lot of things to take into account. Oh, okay, it actually is going to cost us. Whatever, let's see. Can I actually get everything back? Yep, I can get all Bohemia's provinces back. And this is Austria proper, yes. So yeah, I I can actually get all of them. Now, I want to take a bit more. Especially these two. How much more do I have a leeway when it comes to taking? Basically not much more. Now, this is not a coalition you would like to take, but this war is basically the last one. I'm not going to... What I'm going to do is actually take Bosnia and through console command, because I want to squeeze it in, but that's it. That's this is going to be it. There's not going to be any more wars. So let's just say own 140. I'm still going to core it, so it's whoops. So it's not like I'm going to get like free. It's more like war score free and aggressive expansion free. But when it comes to cost, it's very much going to cost me. Now, I'm going to set a dip at add 600 dip, because being 700 below 0, and I'm actually going to say set it to 3. Because, yeah, that's a lot to be downward. Let's... What I'm going to do actually is say dip 150, just to get rid of the war exhaustion. The only thing that actually does for us is make things like unrest and stuff not as bad. So we're still going to have a lot of negatives. All right. I actually have not done that. Build that one. I'm going to upgrade Norway's stuff. Let's upgrade that one. You have one there, right? Yep. Bohemia is unhappy. Iraq is unhappy. All my vassals are unhappy. And yeah. Anyway. Cannot threaten your revolver is a truce. Okay. What? But yeah, we have now actually what I would call this finished. Yeah, we actually eclipsed France. Now, once he integrates Castile, he's most likely going to be a valid rival again, but just the fact that we eclipsed France at all is quite impressive. And yeah, we haven't really integrated everything, but I don't feel like actually doing that because it doesn't really matter that much. But yeah, we are going to see a lot more nations joining the coalition at this point. Yeah, I have to say we did a lot of let's pay off his debt. We did a lot of expanding the last like 50 years. And that's usually how it is. Once you get imperialism, you can expand a lot more than you think. It is quite easy to expand. Like taking all of Europe in the like 90-ish years that's left, that's not impossible. That's quite doable. Now, I'm not going to do that, but we could do that. For example, since we have Osnabrück and Hoya, we could jump around and stuff and actually be able to get to France and take like Picardy and Ile-de-France and coral those areas. And I think there's like an achievement or something to what do you call it? Conquer and core certain provinces as Russia. I don't remember exactly which provinces it is, to be honest. It's the memory in that regard is a bit hazy, but I do remember it being an achievement for Russia. Then I know there's as France an achievement called Better Than Napoleon, I think it was, to conquer, like own and core Wien, Moskva, and I think Constantinople, but it might just be Wien and Moskva. Though that's not really easy because, yeah, there's a lot of nations and development in between. Let's see. Let's give you a bit of money. See if you can get... Well, what we could take from this is, like, Russia has a lot of potential. They have... There's the alarm, but I'm going to finish talking. Yeah, like, Russia has a lot of potential. Russia is not weak. However, depending on how, like, you could call the start of your campaign goes, and which way you expand, and sort of how lucky you are with rulers. We were really, really lucky getting like a 666 and then a 555 directly after. So we have never really been that far behind in tech ever, which is good. That's super good. However, it's very easy to fall behind as Russia. And that means that if you do fall behind, it's going to require a bit of finagling, so to speak, to get yourself back on track again. And it might be that you need to just stop expanding. That might be one of the reasons, because you don't have enough admin power, for example, because you are way, way behind in admin. Or, yeah, something. And it's very easy to, as Russia, very easy to fall behind for two reasons, and one of them, as I've been talking about, is your ruler. You might get a lot of bad rulers or mediocre ones, which then brings you not enough monarch power in the end. And institutions. Some institutions are really annoying to get. And yeah, that means you might want to actually try to hold back on expansion, because that might be what's making it like making you be stuck. And yeah, that is usually not the situation you want to be in. However, that sometimes you might just feel like, oh, we should continue expanding because it's Diplo we're behind, so we should never take vassals, for example. It's very like, if you play in Southern Europe, basically in the middle of HRE or France or something, you're most likely never going to be behind on tech, even if it goes badly. Unless you have a 0-0-0 ruler, then you could actually fall behind, but that's very rare. But yeah, Russia is very strong. They have a lot of potential, but they cannot actually be very difficult. So it's very dependent on how your start goes. Which is what it is. It's not really that much you can do about that, because there is a few reasons why that's the case. One of them is because your potential, let's just see, no, but yeah, this there's a few reasons why that's the case. One of them is trade goods. A lot of the trade goods in the Russian region is very bad. There's a lot of grain, a lot of livestock, and a lot of grains. Naval supplies isn't bad, it's just not good enough to make up for the other stuff. It takes quite a bit of time until fur becomes good enough. And it's not until you have taken most of Siberia where you have enough fur to actually be able to make a lot of money off of it. But as you can see, there's a lot of grain, there's a lot of livestock, there's a bit of iron, yes, there's a few pieces of copper. We have one in Sloust, we have one gold province. And we have a bit of wine once we come down to the Crimea area and Moldavia. But and we have a few pieces of cloth, one in Kostroma and one in Vyazma, but that's about it. They're cloth and iron is basically the only goods that is produced in the Russian region. Everything else is just bad. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason is the development. It's bad. It's not good. It's not necessarily horrendously bad, like 111 in everything, but it's very close to in very many, a lot of provinces have just 3 development, as low as it can get. So development is another thing which it's not very high. And another thing which stops the development of your land is that a lot of the provinces is woods or forest or steppe, which means that a lot of the times you're going to be in a province which have local development cost increase. So it's going to cost you more to develop a province than if you had grasslands or farmlands. If we take a look, the first farmland is in Chernigov, East Dnipro. It's in the Ruthenian region, which is belonging to Lithuania or Poland. That's as far as we need to go to be able to get farmlands. We have a few grasslands, but that's it. So the type of terrain is actually not good for economy either. So there's a lot of reasons for why Russia struggles with their economy. Oh, sorry. My throat isn't really liking this, but still, we're up to 40 minutes here. It's 10 minutes past the time, but still, I think we are going to end it here. I haven't cored everything yet, but if I would say if the coalition haven't fired yet, probably won't. You know what? Let's just time go and let's core everything. And once that is done, we are going to call this series, this episode and series done. Going to have to bring up a text file. I have redone the what do you call it? I have redone the whole thing with intro outro, so hopefully that is going to be a bit better. We'll see. We have almost cored everything, and I shouldn't want to attack, so we should be fine. And there we are. Yeah, we are now completely cored up and finished. And there we go. What I need to do then is to get the text file up. Most because it was quite some time ago since I wrote this, so I don't remember exactly. Was this one? I think it was. Yeah. So, yeah. This is going to be a long episode. I apologize for that, but yeah, here we are, Russia. We have an income of 200 ducats a month. We could easily make 150 units more. So we could make 3 armies of the same size again. So yeah, this is how this is going to end. We have taken over a lot of land. We have a lot of Europe at this point. We have quite a lot of stuff that is considered Germany as well. So if we take a look, we have 25, 24, 25 in tech. We didn't manage to finish the last institution, but well, 15,000 ducats to embrace. It's going to take a while until we're there. I'm not going to wait for that. We have Norway, Bohemia, Meissen, Verden, Iraq, and Mongolia as a vassal, which I'm not going to integrate at this point. And yeah, we have max absolutism possible. We have even above the cap. We didn't finish the last mission, Russian Revolution, mostly because there's probably not going to be any revolutionary targets, so we can't finish it, most likely. And I don't have Colonize Alaska. That's the 2 ones I didn't do. But I didn't go colonizing Russia. So that is how it looks for this campaign. I would probably say we showed off Russia very well. And yeah, as I said, Russia is very strong. Russia can be even stronger if you did it a bit better than I did. Arguably, you could probably take offensive and innovativeness earlier to gain those perks from you get from those two. But I would probably say that as we did it with what we had along the way, it's probably as good as it could get without any major like cheating and exploiting. But yeah, I think this is... And we took all of Balkan, didn't we? Yeah, I think we did. Let's take a look. No, we didn't. We had 4 provinces that isn't Balkan, but whatever. 4 provinces. We took half of Carpathia, basically. It's Baltic, completely conquered. Not to speak about Ruthenia, Pontic Steppe, and Russia. Scandinavia is not completely conquered, but more or less. Especially when it comes to Sweden. Denmark area is not conquered, but Poland, that's 2 provinces. That's it, which we don't have. But yeah, and Ural, West Siberia, East Siberia, more or less all of Manchuria. Not all of it, but more or less. A lot of North China, actually, without doing too much finagling and unnecessary conquering. So yeah, I would probably say that this has been a successful campaign. I had a lot of fun with Russia. Russia is fun to play. And even if you don't have... I think Race Streltsy and so on is actually DLC. But even if you don't have that DLC to get the Streltsy, Russia is very, very strong. So, yeah. I think we are going to end the episode and series here. And we're up to 50 minutes, but whatever. I hope I can deliver all of the episodes before the next expansion comes out. We'll see. But regardless, I haven't decided on what to do next. But I will, at some point, when I have, notify that I have decided and probably give some hints to what I'm picking. Not necessarily saying exactly which one. But with that, we are going to have to do the outro and so on. Before we do the outro, let's just say like or dislike and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Want to know of new series? Then follow me on Twitter. Link is in description. Want to support me directly? Take a look at my Patreon for more info. Link is in the description as well. Want quick access to the playlist? Use the playlist link in the description. And with that, we are going to have to say thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.